Good morning. Welcome to our desk stretch session, basement edition. The name is Jen, and we're just going to go through about 10 minutes of nice and easy stretching. So let's start out with a few nice deep breaths. In and out. In and out. And in and out. Beautiful. I'm going to step just kind of a couple inches away from the back of my chair, and I'm going to do a nice little spinal twist and hold. You have the ability to either look straight ahead, or if you want to increase the stretch, you can actually turn your head too. So you decide how much of a stretch you want today. Back to the center, I'm going to shake it out, and I'm going to turn and do the other way. And if I turned my head on the other side, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing that on this side as well. The nice kind of rule of thought is if you have a side that is more tight or more troublesome, always start with that side, no matter what side I'm doing, because that way you can always match the better range of motion with the worst range of motion. And come back through center. Let's cross one leg over. You can have your back up against the support if you'd like. We're going to have our foot nice and flexed. I realize it's black on black and black, but my toes are pointed, so now I'm flexing them. And I'm just going to lean forward and just have the weight of my upper body add in a little bit more. If I don't want to, I can obviously back off. And then slowly coming on out and switching over to the other side. Same thing, of course, but nice and flexed. And then release. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit better, but you can definitely stay where you are. You're gonna have your hands up here and kind of like a goalpost cactus type of shape. And I want you to lean forward, bring those elbows in. You could even bring them to touch the thighs if you'd like. And then come on back and reach back as far as you can go without hitting your chair and really open up that chest. So let's do it 10 times. So let's come on in and out for 1. And 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. Release. Sometimes just doing that when you're stagnant and kind of stuck in a sitting at your desk pose will make a huge difference. I'm going to relax by putting my elbows on my thighs and leaning forward with a nice straight back. So we were doing all those kind of arching and bending, and now we're going to lean forward with a straight flat back. And you can push into one knee and drop that same side. So this is my right side. I'm going to start with that one first, but you can start with the other. And then come back through center and switch it out. and then come through center. I'm going to drop one arm off the side of my chair and I'm just gonna bring my feet up so they're out of the way. And I'm going to do some clockwise circles and just let gravity kind of take control here. And then I'm going to switch directions. Once that arm kind of just gets started, it likes to stay. And then we're going to switch that other side. And switch it out. And release. All right, we're going to stand on up and come to the side of our chair. And all we're going to do is use our chair for support. I'm going to take my left leg back. I'm going to just kind of lean in first, get a little bit of a calf stretch, stretch it on out. And then I'm going to lift that leg up and cross it behind. So I'm almost doing a little bit of a curtsy lunge. And then I'm going to really sit back. And so I'm here in this position, and I'm really going to feel it here in this back hip. I'm using the chair for support so I can really lean on in and get the stretch that my body needs. And I'm going to release, and I'm going to switch out. I'm going to bring the other foot back, do a little bit of a calf stretch first. And then lift that leg up and cross it back behind and sit back and really use that chair for stability and control. Don't worry about holding the isometric contraction. Don't worry about your balance, just worrying about the stretch. Release that. While we're standing, you can put your foot on your chair or on the floor and just lean on in and get a nice hamstring stretch while we're here. Same thing, using that chair for support so you don't have to worry about anything else. And then switch it on out. And then release, sitting back down in your chair. Relaxing those legs. And let's do a tricep stretch. Putting that one elbow straight up to the ceiling, and you can either add the extra resistance of that hand or not. Release that arm, lean it over the side. If you like to hold on and pull slightly, you definitely can. And now open up and kind of look up through that armpit up towards the ceiling. And release, and let's do that same thing on the other side. We have our tricep first. And then up and over. And then looking up to the ceiling, pulling that shoulder back just a little bit. Releasing back down, 3 more breaths in, nice and slow to end our class, lifting on up and down and up and down and up and down. Thank you so much for coming to our stretch session today and hope to see you next week.